today's insight, I'm going to talk about trauma bonds. So, now this does not have to necessarily only be two individuals who've gone through the same trauma, which could be, but also people who've gone through the trauma, connecting with people who are either going through or went through a similar trauma. It's quite interesting. It's like not everyone understands, but but for those who are connected to it in some way, shape, or form, understand it a little better. And that's what I experienced today. And this lady I met, well, she had someone she knew, or someone she knows, who has been in a coma for a very long time. And this actually brought up a lot of questions for me because I was never in a vegetative state, so I can't really talk about it. Because for me, I was placed in a coma. They forced me in one with a drug to give my body the occasion to fix itself. Right now, this individual, I don't know if they went into it themselves or if they were forced into it. I think they went into it themselves and they haven't yet gotten out of it. I don't know what to say in those cases. I have no idea. We see things in movies, and those things are highly improbable, but not impossible, just improbable, right? For example, Kill Bill. I mean, I don't know how long she was in a coma for, but like, if she had just woken up from a coma of like, let's just say the length of my coma, which was about 4 months and 3 weeks. If she had slept through that, I mean, when she woke up, she would not have been able to move the way she did in the movie. Now, I can't remember. I think this was in the third installment of Kill Bill, but where she woke up in like from a coma. It doesn't spoil the entire movie, just part of it. Um, my eyes are going to the fact that it's like I have sunburn on my forehead. Well, I was outside for a very large portion of the afternoon, so that might be it. Well, that is it. But what I was going to say, well, I mean, the connection with Kill Bill and my forehead would be the fact that medical conditions, although they might seem slight, have a very have an effect on whomever is undergoing this effect. So what I pick up from that is a slight discoloration. Okay, and in the case of Uma Thurman's character in Kill Bill, who had just spent I don't know how much time in a coma and just woke up. I think it was like a couple of years. Um, her being able to move that well, that's quite surprising. Actually, I should watch that movie again. I haven't watched that since in a while. Um, so what really is standing out here is that, well, the reason why I talked about this is because of trauma bond, something that people have experienced or are who know people who have experienced it or who are closely connected to someone who is experiencing right now have a bond, something that a lot of people won't necessarily understand, and that is something to treasure. All right, it's a way for one to assist the other, to help them grieve, to help them understand, to help them overcome, right? Let it be for a person who has gone through this situation, or for a person who is connected to someone going through this situation. So being able to console someone else is very, very powerful. Very powerful. I don't know what's going on with my mic, but I don't know what's going on with the how the noise is being captured at this moment. But I know one thing: my next door neighbor's child is going through a personal trauma themselves, and I mean to say, and I feel like that is connected to what I was talking about, because as I was saying, it's something to be treasured, because that way the person who's already gone through it can assist the person who knows someone who's currently going through it, will be very beneficial for the other person when they are ready to hear it, or when they're ready to capture all the information that is being presented to them. Which led me to think of my next door neighbor's child, who is clearly not ready to learn why certain things were done to him, why he has to listen, why he has to go to bed now, why I don't know, why he has to put on PJs. I have no idea why he's crying, but he's definitely going through something traumatic at this point, or at least something that he feels is traumatic, which led me to, what is traumatic? It's something that someone will, something that will ultimately shape a person's character, their personality. So, in a sense, the first trauma a child lives is their parents, but the trauma that the parents kind of impose on the child is only meant to help them grow in a specific way. And if we think about this from a farther perspective, if we think about this from our uh, our heavenly Father, okay, God, who puts us through trials and errors. So would that mean that the same things that our parents did to us, so that we can learn and grow into a operative adult, is exactly what God is doing to us, but in the sense of, for us to be a more evolved soul? My mind has just been blown. Well, I mean, it's the perspective to think about. So when next time you're going through a hardship that you are like, why, oh God, why have you put me through this misery? You take a step back and be like, okay, so what is this teaching me right now? What is God wanting me to learn through this, right? And what can I gain from this situation, so that when this occurs a second time in my life, I know what to do? Or if someone else finds themselves in this situation, how can I assist them to better experience their comeback? Because we were all put here for a specific reason, and you need to find your specific reason. Some people don't like to help others, which is perfectly fine, but I want to assist others in going through what they're going through in the most efficient way possible. So, what I want you to ponder: is there something that you have experienced in this lifetime that will actually gave you an actual edge that not a lot of people have, and how can you use it to your benefit? Ponder that.